Hey everybody, I'm Hob.
I'm Jamie.
And you're watching
Dutch and
Dragons.
Dragons.
And this is the sixth episode of our
12 weeks of adventuring.
12 weeks of adventuring, which means that we are on to the fighters.
Yes. Because on the 6th week of the adventure, my DM gave to me 6 fighters tanking 5 shining Paladins.
Way to ham it up.
You got that, don't you? 4 Warlocks pacting, 3 Rangers tracking, 2 Wizards learning, and a Druid trying to talk to the tree.
Bravo, bravo,
Yay!
bravo, yay.
Yay! Okay.
Alright, so, fighters.
Fighters.
We do like fighters. What do we like about the fighters the most? Well, they tank. They're damage sponges.
Meat shields.
Actually, I really like that the fighter in 5e has a little bit more versatility, I think. And it's kind of a little underappreciated. Just because it doesn't feel like the fighter has a lot of variety when you're just kind of looking at the base fighter class. The variety comes in the subclasses, really. And even that, to some people, might feel a little
I don't know, I was kind of like the first time I thought about playing a fighter, it just seemed a little flat.
Right.
I've since changed my mind about this, but that's what I thought the first time.
So, what do you like about the fighter?
I love playing fighters. I do. I'm going to be honest. I like to be able to run in and not have to worry so much about... I mean, you still worry, but I do love the able to run into the front lines, get in there, beat crap up. It's fun.
Yeah. So, biggest misconception about the fighter?
I think we kind of covered that they're kind of like a flat class, that there's not much to them.
I think that's right. The biggest misconception is that there's not a lot of depth to the character class, and I think that if you don't look a little closer at it, you're probably doing yourself a disservice by not at least trying it. So what's your favorite subclass?
Champion! I love me some champion, because I am the champion, my friend.
And... that's not the only reason. Why do you love the champion? I guess we'll get to that.
Because I like them crits, bro.
I'm a really big fan of the Battle Master, and it has more to do with some of the later capabilities than the earlier capabilities. There's a lot of tactical advantage in playing the Battle Master. It is a very, very hard subclass to use, though.
Yeah, that's one of those that if you don't pay attention to it, read through it, really understand what you're doing, the Battle Master can...
Yeah, with the Battle Master, you really have to understand the ins and outs of combat and what the Battle Master's capabilities are within any given combat situation. But if you learn those and you really, really understand those, the Battle Master can be an unstoppable force in combat.
What's your favorite race to play with this class?
I mean, you almost kind of have to go like... orc, half orc, or dragonborn. Dragonborns make amazing fighters. Same with half orcs. I love dwarves for anything that's tanky and meaty.
I do too. I love a good dwarf.
And so I will almost always fall back to dwarf. But I'd say a dragonborn would probably be just about the epitome of fighter character classes. You could go with Tiefling for that surprise ranged attack with like throwing the fire, surprise fire from a Tiefling.
Them.
Yes, rebuking. Go with the rebuking. Rebuke you.
That would be good. My favorite fighter I ever played was a half orc, who I named Ivana Thump. Because I totally went derby name with her, but she was great. She was a champion.
She was a champion.
Okay, what is your favorite contemporary or classic example? I mean, there are tons of classic examples of fighters, I feel like. All right, who
honestly,
in the Avengers is the fighter?
No. So contemporary, something that I can equate to fantasy. Jaime Lannister.
Oh yeah, he's a good fighter.
Jaime Lannister is top tier. I mean, like, even one-handed, he's a solid combatant.
So is
Braun.
Braun.
Also.
Oh my god, I forgot his
although
name.
I always feel like Braun.
Shame.
I sort of feel like Braun is more like he's like the rogue who's just a combat monster.
Combat was like a fighter rogue.
If you're looking for sort of classic examples, pretty much any of the Riders of Rohan.
Lan, Wheel of Time.
Excellent
But who in the
example.
Avengers? Who in the Avengers is the fighter?
Thor. Duh.
Duh. Really? You don't think he's the cleric?
No.
I think he's the cleric.
No. He's not the cleric.
He's not the cleric?
Nope, he's not the cleric.
You think he's the fighter?
Definitely the fighter. They don't have a cleric.
I
mean,
Okay.
actually, Doctor Strange might be the cleric.
No.
In a weird roundabout way.
Doctor Strange is totally the sorcerer, the wizard.
Yeah, but might be the cleric too. Just saying. Anyhow, we digress.
Yeah, we could. This could go on all day.
We could go round and round. Who do you think is the fighter in the Avengers?
Yeah, who's the fighter in the Avengers, guys?
Tell us.
Peoples, girls,
please.
guys.
Or tell us who your favorite fighter is.
Because, like, so my sisters are all from the north, and they always say guys as, like, a group of people. But in the south, we all say y'all. Like, all y'all. Right? So is it just a northern thing? Did you do that in Oregon, guys?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
So when you talk to a group of people, what do you say? Hey, you people? Y'all? You guys?
Well,
I don't know. It's just
sort
a
of
thought.
depends on the situation and the context.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of the you guys thing.
And the composition of the group, because...
That's true. Well, I mean, we used to say it for girls and for everyone. It's just you guys.
Yeah.
And when I moved to Texas and I was like 9, a 9-year-old yelling at me, "We're not boys!" So, like, but this was normal where in the north.
I've been in Arizona so long, it's y'all.
Okay, it's y'all.
It's just y'all.
Yeah. It still creeps in, though, because my sisters say it all the time. Anyhow, where were we before I went off on that? What is a good combo class for this? For the fighter?
For dual classing?
For dual classing. What's a good combo?
I think sticking a bit of rogue in the fighter could really go a long ways. A little bit of ranger wouldn't hurt either. I think either one of those could bolster the fighter's capabilities a fair bit. Go to level 3 with a rogue or a ranger. I think I'd go rogue if you were doing like a fairly heavily urban or dungeon crawly campaign, and I think I'd go ranger if you were doing a lot of wilderness exploration.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I wouldn't necessarily think to combo that class, but I mean, I could see how that could be beneficial.
Yeah, you could pick up a little bit of extra skilling from picking up either one of those. And if you go rogue, your fighter can double, your fighter rogue combo can double as your lockpicker, trap finder, that kind of stuff. And they have the hit points to carry it.
That's true.
So.
That's true. What would you say is your favorite magical item for this character?
Ooh.
I mean, for me, it's any magical weapon. Magical weapons.
Yeah, I mean,
fighters.
Pretty much anything. You know, is same kind of thing as with the Paladins. You know, anything that bolsters their armor class. So magic shields, magic armor, and anything that bolsters their their ability to either take or dish out damage.
Absolutely.
Is going to be really cool. I think if I had to pick like a specific magic item,
just one.
I love the Vorpal sword. That's like my favorite thing to give to anybody who wields a sword. Like,
I love getting Vorpal swords.
Here's a Vorpal sword. Just chop shit up.
I do love the Vorpal weapons. They have to be one of my favorite. I like to take heads off.
Vorpal weapons are a lot of fun. Use them wisely, though, because they can really just screw your whole game up if you're not careful.
They can. Okay, most useful spell or ability for me that improved critical that the champions get.
Improved critical is pretty bomb.
Yeah, your critical's 19 or 20. I like the mad crits.
I really like the...
I am not gangster enough for that.
Oh, I can't remember what it's called. The charger ability for the Battle Master. Do you have it there?
I have a list. Do you need a list? Because you don't have everything in the world memorized?
Yeah, it's the... What is it? It's the...
Here.
I'm going to steal the phone. Ferocious...
Ferocious.
Ferocious Charger. Ferocious Charger.
Oh, I'm dead. Okay.
I'm going to say it again. Ferocious Charger. So that's actually, I think that's my favorite ability. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that again, knowing how combat works and all of the tactical options that you have in combat with the with the Battle Master character class can make you really an unstoppable force. So you combine Ferocious Charger with a mount. The mount can do all of the moving. The fighter does all of the fighting, and the mount can use its actions to do disengage and running. I can't think of... Yeah. Forget it.
We're dead today.
Yeah. So, anyhow.
Love it.
There we go.
Last thoughts on the fighter.
Dig a little bit deeper. I think that you'll find that the fighter is a much more complex class than most people give it credit for.
Look at the extended content. I think that the fighter is one of the classes that has probably the most extended content.
There's a lot of third-party and
cool
unofficial content that adds just a massive amount of variety
like
to the
Arcane
fighter.
Archer from, I think, the Arcane Archer's in Xanathars, right?
I don't know.
But
like the Gunslinger and the Arcane Archer, and
there's just
there's a million different subclasses out there that add so much variety to the fighter.
And for some reason, people who cannot homebrew other subclasses save their lives and have them balanced do great with fighters.
True story.
So, I mean, you can just... I mean, the fighter, the world is your fighting oyster. I mean, seriously.
Okay, and with that, we are done.
We might have stayed up too late last night. Had too much sugar cereal.
Thank you for joining us. If you enjoy what we're doing, please click the like button below. If you'd like to see more of our content, click the subscribe button and click the little bell next to it so you get notifications.
If you think we're absolutely ridiculous,
subscribe and hate watch us. It's
we love
okay.
It.
What we'd like is for you to leave comments, questions, suggestions, thoughts below. Tell us who you think the fighter in the Avengers is, or tell us what your favorite fighter is from contemporary or classic literature.
Tell us what we should be reading.
Tell us what we should be reading. Tell us things.
Yeah, we love it.
We like to know things.
Well, have fun storming the castle, guys.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great day, everybody.